What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Maps Exposed. This is the series where I cover all the lines of sight as well as any other secret spots that I know of on every map in CoD WW2. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the last of the DLC maps, and this is actually the remade map. This is Occupation, which is Resistance from Modern Warfare 3. So let's kick it off over by the Domination Flag here. The first thing I'm going to show you here is a way to get a line of sight on the people that are in there without exposing your whole body, which is what you'd have to do if you're coming around the corner this way and trying to challenge those people. What you can actually do if you're on this side where the sidewalk is, you can actually just jump on top of this car like this, and there you go. Great little line of sight over top. Getting over to this area right here, a really common spot for enemies to be is right in that spot there, and they can actually lock down a good portion of the map over there, as well as challenge people that are up in this area. So if you happen to be back in this area over here and you want to counter them, you can actually just mantle up right here, and as you strafe over, you actually kind of pop up on this lamp right here. And there you go. That'll give you a nice clean line of sight on those guys that are crouched there, and you can easily pick them off. Another thing you can do from right up on this spot here is if you strafe over this way and crouch, you get a great line of sight into that doorway there. And this is just a spot that they don't normally look to. They won't be looking this far back, so you'll normally be able to pick them out of there, no problem. Getting over here by the Domination Flag, you can actually get on top of this truck. It's a little bit tricky to get this jump down, but if you go from this ledge right here, you can jump across this truck like that, and then from here you get a great line of sight over towards where the A flag is, and you can easily pick people off there. If you want to stay hidden, you can easily crouch and they won't see you at all, and if you wanted to, you could actually jump right up on top of this truck as well. Just have to replenish my jump here in a second here. There we go. You can hop up this way, and if you strafe over this way here, you have a little bit of concealment with these signs from people that are over by the Domination Flag. Not the most practical spot, but just want to point out you can in fact get on top of this truck. Now getting over to this position here, this is one of the most common positions that I'll end up using. Instead of coming around this corner to see everybody over there or trying to look over top this way, you can actually just jump up right here. That gives you an excellent line of sight on the people that are spawning up in that area there. This is an extremely powerful position to be in. Now coming from this side of the map, if you're challenging the people over here and you've got somebody set up on that balcony over there, a great way to challenge them is to actually come up right here and you can easily pick them off. Just keep in mind they can shoot through this cover, no problem, and they don't lose a ton of bullet damage, so it's more so concealment than actual cover. Getting over to this truck here, you can also get on top of this truck just like the truck I showed you by the Domination Flag. You have to jump on top of this car first, and then from this car you can jump across to this truck, and then from here you get a nice line of sight into that area over there, or up until the balcony as well. Now right here, pretty minor thing, but I just wanted to point out, you can actually jump straight on top of this, and from here, you can even jump and mantle up to that area there. Just a bit of an alternative instead of coming around the corner and up these stairs. Now for snipers, I've got an excellent line of sight. If you come all the way back to this area here, you can actually pick the people off that will camp on the top of the stairs there. That's actually a very common position for people to be in, and they don't often look back this far. Plus, you've got great concealment with these leaves here. You'll be able to win that gunfight most of the time if you've got a sniper rifle equipped. Now getting over to this area here, if you're attacking towards the C domination area and you've got enemies that are maybe in the streets or just back there and you're coming from this direction, an excellent thing you can do. It's a bit of a difficult jump to hit. I'd even recommend going into a custom game and practicing this a little bit. You can get on top of the hood of that car. It's not easy. You can't just walk up to it and jump on it. And you can't even jump on it from this angle here. It's extremely difficult. You have to approach it from this angle here where these newspapers are, and you have to aim for that headlight. If you do that, you can actually jump on top of the hood of this car really easily. You could look and shoot through this area here, but even better is to just jump up on top of the car, and there you go. Excellent line of sight over towards that entire street there. They can barely see you, especially if you crouch. They can't see you at all, and you can easily pick those people off from there. You can even use that to your advantage when you're challenging people on the balcony there. And another thing you can do that's not the most practical, I just wanted to point it out, you can actually jump right up on top of this truck here, and you can be up here. This one isn't so practical because you're extremely exposed, but you can kind of use this to your advantage if you want to look up onto the top of the stairs there towards the Domination Flag. Maybe you want to defend that flag, and they won't be looking back this far. This could be a good position for that. Now, one other thing you can do here without doing the fancy jump to get on top of that car, if you have people up on the balcony there, you can simply challenge them through the windows of this truck. It's just a much better way to challenge them than challenging them out in the open in some other way. Another thing I wanted to point out, as you're coming up the stairs here, you don't really have much of an advantage because anybody on the top of the stairs will have that height advantage. So one thing you can do to stack the odds in your favor a bit is use the sides here. It works on both sides. You can actually just kind of walk up this like it's a ramp. You can use this to your advantage much better than you could if you were just coming up the stairs normally. So there we have it. That's going to wrap it up for Occupation, which is the last of the Resistance DLC maps, and that means we're completely caught up so far, and this series won't be back until DLC 2. If you guys have missed any of the previous maps, both the base maps as well as any DLC maps so far, I will leave a link to the playlist down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.